Cabinets are in, they look great. Countertops are installed, the walls are painted, everything's looking great. Except for the flooring doesn't quite match the whole design. What do? There's not much you can do. This is a complete nightmare. You should have watched these videos before you completed your project and picked out your flooring. Flooring is one of those items you might be thinking, maybe I'll decide that later, or what's the big deal? It's under my feet. You know, I want to worry about the cabinets and the wall colors. Well, the reality is it's a lot easier to paint your walls a different color than rip up your flooring and replace it. So I want to explain why flooring is going to be such an important part of your design process and how to make sure you choose the right flooring. The biggest mistake you can make when choosing flooring is just randomly selecting one because you think it looks good. You want to ask yourself, where is this flooring going to go? What part of the house? Is it going to have a lot of traffic? Is it going to be something I'm going to step on when I get right out of bed? Or is this like a living room that's going to see all kinds of traffic? You want to make sure that if it's going to be in a bathroom or a kitchen, it can handle a little splash of water or some standing water if it happens to see that, and it's not going to get destroyed. Do you have kids, pets? Are there transitions? Is there multiple levels? How's the flooring going to play into the different areas of the house if you're going to have different types of flooring? How are the two going to meet? So you want to take your budget, where this stuff is all going to be used, and then make sure that you pick the right flooring for the right occasion. 3 common types of flooring you'll see in a residential home are going to be LVP, which is luxury vinyl plank, hardwood or engineered hardwood, and tile. LVP is going to be one of your most cost-effective materials, and it's incredibly durable. Originally came from the commercial world, so it's used to seeing high traffic. And over the last decade, they've been able to print realistic looking surfaces that work well in residential homes. So it's lightweight, it's easy to install, it holds up really well, but you're not going to have that high-end luxury finish you might find with tile or engineered hardwood. Hardwood or engineered hardwood is going to give you that high-end luxury feel, soft appearance as opposed to tile. It's got great resale value if you add that to the home. It's usually glued down, just feels more solid, looks better, and can be a great choice for a high-end home. It's going to cost a little bit more, but there's a wide range of pricing in that category, and also sizing from skinnier planks to wider planks, ones with grooves, ones with no grooves. So it's a beautiful product that I would recommend taking a look at in any high-end home situation. Tile can be an excellent choice, especially for areas like bathroom and kitchen, because it's able to withstand standing water for long periods of time. Your laminate flooring, which we haven't really discussed, which is similar between luxury vinyl plank and your engineered hardwood, but it just has a thin layer, so it can't take as much wear, and it will swell up most of that product in high water areas. So tile's great because you can get such a classic craftsman type look depending on how good your tile guy is, but it can feel a little cold, and it can be pretty pricey too, but it's certainly durable. The best choice for flooring is, well, it depends on what you're going to use it for and where you're going to put it and what your budget is. So watch the video again and see where I call out where you might want to use each type of flooring, and then decide for yourself what you'd like to do for your own home. One last type of flooring I should probably mention is carpet. Carpet used to be used throughout the entire home. I've remodeled in many places where you'll find carpet in the bathroom. Last place I would put it. But I still do kind of like it in the bedrooms, and depending on your preference, it might be a good choice for you there. So you've installed some really nice flooring, put it in, but something's not right. It squeaks, it's got some gaps it feels like underneath, it's got some high points and some low points, because flooring is not just about choosing a superior product. It's about making sure that your subfloor and everything is well leveled, and that your flooring is adhered to the substrate substantially. So you want to tackle the subfloor, whether that includes self-leveling or grinding down high areas, prepping with primer before you glue, or a moisture barrier. You may have to make some adjustments to the subfloor before you install your flooring, and that could depend on what type of flooring you're going to install. So make sure that you're in touch with your installer to see what type of pre-prep items he would need to tackle before he installs the flooring, because flooring is only as good as the surface it is installed on. I always love installing expensive tile. It's typically going to be quality. It's going to look different. It's going to look amazing. But there's something to be said about a quality installation. I have seen good installations with affordable tile, but because every edge and detail and layout and pattern was thought about, that's what your eye sees. So it's not necessarily about buying the most expensive tile, but making sure you have a quality installer to install whatever tile you're putting in, because they're going to have these certain items and this checklist to make sure that the install is quality. So if I had to choose between buying more expensive tile or going with a better tile installer, I can tell you right away, I would prefer to go with a tile installer that was better. Beyond just tile, even engineered hardwood and LVP, laminate, carpet, all of these flooring types, if the installer didn't put his big level out there to make sure that it's flat, or he didn't put enough glue down, or he didn't see those cracks and put the moisture barrier on them, there's an assortment of things that can go wrong. And if your installer didn't take time to address these items before he installed, you're gonna have a finished floor, and before you realize it, everything's installed, everybody's gone, and you're now walking on a couple areas that you walk on all the time now that you live in the house that are creaking, that don't feel right, and it's a pretty big issue to correct those at that point. So make sure that you go with a good installer and that he checks his subfloor, and you walk around as well, ask any questions that you might have. But it's very important that you get somebody that's vetted, that's trusted, and that's really good at what he does. Some important factors when you are creating your flooring budget are going to be the prep work. What's it going to take to get that surface the way we need it for this installation? It's going to be the material. How much are we going to spend on material? Are we going to buy something that's 10 bucks a square foot or something that's 5 bucks a square foot? How much is the labor going to cost to install it the way that we want it installed, or how that product recommends it's installed? How much wastage are we going to need? And how many transitions, and what are the transitions going to take in order to look good? And how many stairs, for that matter? So some of those other items can add to the cost. So when a flooring guy tells you, yeah, it's $450 a square foot to install this, he might not be telling you that it's $200 per stair to install the treads, and each transition's another 200 bucks, and you're gonna have to order more because the wastage is more than your square foot. So don't think you can just walk into a home, take the square footage of the home, and then take his square foot price, and that's how it's gonna all land. You have to take these other items that are involved in the full, complete installation in order to get your actual cost. Some items that a lot of homeowners don't take into consideration: baseboards. So when you lay flooring, typically you're not going to be able to lay it with the existing baseboard. So some people will put like a quarter round to hide the seam or the gap in between the new flooring and the already laid baseboard, which in my opinion doesn't look all that great, but maybe it'll work for your application. But most times you want to take off the baseboard as well. So you're thinking about, yes, I have this budget for flooring, but make sure you have the baseboard to remove the existing baseboard and also reinstall the baseboard so you have a nice clean look. So you really want to go down your checklist, talk to your installer to find out, okay, what's demo going to take here? What's the prep? What's the material wastage you're going to need? What are the transitions? What are you charging for this whole project before you make your decision? If you gained any value from this video, like, subscribe, and please drop a comment. Let me know, what kind of flooring are you considering? What kind of flooring do you have experience with? I want to hear.